In his compelling TED Talk titled, "Everything You Think You Know About Addiction Is Wrong," Johann challenges the commonly held beliefs and misconceptions surrounding addiction. He delves into the underlying causes and proposes a fresh perspective on how we should approach and understand addiction. Hari begins by acknowledging that the prevailing understanding of addiction revolves around the idea that it primarily stems from chemical hooks in drugs, leading to inevitable dependency. However, he argues that this view is overly simplistic and fails to address the complexity of addiction. To support his argument, Hari draws upon research and real-life examples that challenge the conventional understanding. He suggests that the root cause of addiction is not solely dependent on the addictive substance itself, but is often connected to underlying pain and disconnection in an individual's life. Citing various studies, Hari highlights the impact of social isolation, trauma, and lack of fulfilling relationships on addiction. He emphasizes the importance of recognizing these underlying factors and addressing them to effectively combat addiction. Hari further discusses the famous rat park experiment, which contrasted the isolated cages where rats were given the option to consume drug-laced water, and a more enriched environment called rat park. In the isolated cages, the rats developed an addiction to the drugs, while those in rat park did not exhibit the same level of dependency. This experiment challenges the notion that chemical hooks alone determine addiction, suggesting that a lack of connection and fulfillment play a significant role. Building upon these insights, Hari advocates for a more compassionate and holistic approach to addiction treatment. He suggests that instead of solely focusing on punitive measures or isolating addicts, we should invest in building meaningful connections and addressing the underlying emotional needs that fuel addiction. This includes providing therapy, social support, and opportunities for people to rebuild their lives within a supportive community. In conclusion, Johann TED Talk challenges the conventional understanding of addiction by highlighting the importance of addressing underlying emotional pain and disconnection. He encourages a shift in perspective from seeing addiction as a moral failing to viewing it as a response to deep-rooted human needs. By fostering supportive environments and providing individuals with the tools to heal and reconnect, we can create a more effective approach to combating addiction and supporting long-term recovery. Addiction has often been misconstrued as a sign of personal weakness or moral failure, leading to punitive measures and stigmatization. However, emerging research highlights that the opposite of addiction is not sobriety or abstinence, but rather, it is connection. This essay explores the profound relationship between addiction and connection, emphasizing the role of social bonds, emotional support, and genuine human connection in preventing and overcoming addiction. Human beings are inherently social creatures, driven by an innate need for connection and belonging. Meaningful relationships, empathy, and supportive networks are vital for our well-being. Without these connections, feelings of loneliness, isolation, and disconnection can take a toll on our mental and emotional health. Addiction often arises as an attempt to fill the void caused by a lack of genuine connection. Individuals turn to substances or addictive behaviors as temporary relief from pain, emptiness, and disconnection. However, these substitutes cannot truly provide the connection or address the underlying emotional needs. Social isolation and a lack of supportive relationships are significant risk factors for addiction. Studies have shown that individuals without close friends, family support, or a strong social network are more vulnerable to addiction. The absence of healthy connections creates a void that addiction attempts to fill. Creating and nurturing supportive communities is crucial in addressing addiction. Treatment approaches focusing on cultivating social connections and a sense of belonging have shown promising results. Support groups, therapy, and peer networks provide safe spaces for individuals to share their experiences, receive emotional support, and connect with others who understand their struggles. Empathy and understanding are essential aspects of connection. People battling addiction often face stigma and judgment, intensifying their sense of isolation. Genuine human connection, characterized by empathy and understanding, can break down these barriers, providing solace, validation, and a path to healing. When individuals feel seen, heard, and understood, they are more likely to embark on a journey of recovery. Recognition of the significance of connection has led to a shift in addiction treatment approaches. Holistic, person-centered care that rebuilds connections, enhances social skills, and fosters healthy relationships has shown positive outcomes. Family therapy, cognitive behavioral interventions, and support networks that address both addiction and underlying emotional needs have been effective in promoting long-term recovery. In conclusion, the opposite of addiction is connection. Addiction stems from a profound sense of disconnection, and recovery necessitates reconnecting with oneself and others. Social isolation and a lack of supportive relationships can fuel addiction, while genuine human connection has the power to heal, inspire change, and prevent relapse. By prioritizing empathy, understanding, and the creation of supportive communities, we can establish an environment where individuals feel valued, connected, and empowered to overcome addiction. At the end of the video, Johann suggests that the most important thing to say to an addict is, "I love you, whether you're using or you're not. I love you, whatever state you're in. And if you need me, I'll come and sit with you because I love you. And I don't want you to be alone or to feel alone." Here are some alternative ways to convey a similar message of love, acceptance, and support to an addict. I care about you deeply, regardless of whether you're using or in recovery. I'm here for you no matter what. And I want you to know that you're not alone. Number 2. You are important to me. Whether you're struggling with addiction or on the path to recovery, I want you to know that my love for you is unwavering, and I'll stand by you through it all. Number 3. I want you to feel loved and supported, regardless of your current state. Whether you're using or not, my love for you remains constant, and I'm here to provide companionship and assistance whenever you need it. Number 4. You are valued and cherished by me, irrespective of your addiction. I want you to understand that my love for you is unconditional, and I'll be there for you during the ups and downs of your journey. Number 5. No matter what challenges you face with addiction, please remember that I love you unconditionally. Whether you're using or in recovery, I'm here to offer my love, understanding, and companionship whenever you require it. These alternative expressions convey the same core message of love, acceptance, and support, assuring the individual that they are cared for regardless of their addiction status, and emphasizing the commitment to being there for them in their times of need.
I was talking to my partner the other day, and he was telling me about the struggle within himself and his demons. Then he told me the more that he started to understand his demons, the more that he started to love them.
I woke up this morning in a pool of sweat. Been drinking all month, ain't sobered up yet. I'm on the road, year-round, rain, sleet, or snow, doing shows, collecting checks. Have some issues, the whole team know it. This life I live, it's hard not to show it. Every day it's just another path for me to stumble down, and I gotta control a different city every night. I must take flight. Only problem, no plane in sight. I might result in pharmaceuticals. Them Percocets go to Lil White, and I gotta drive first thing tomorrow back to Memphis to see my daughters. If I don't show up, they'll know something is wrong. That is just not like they father. Liquor bottles in the studio floor, groupies in and out tour bus doors. Hard to think with a foggy mind. All this smoke around makes me unsure. Do I fall back? Do I pick it up? All these demons forcing me to make a choice. I'm hollering loud, I wanna put this down. At the moment they don't hear my voice.
I'm learning to live with my demons. 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 I'm just trying to be a better father, but it's so hard when you're stuck in that water. I'm learning to live with my demons. I think I'm falling in love with my demons.
I'm trying to grow like the nose on Pinocchio, I can't lie, I'm close to an overdose. For my people doing time, let's propose a toast. I gotta blow now, y'all, I'ma go for broke, for real. The experience looking sour, shows getting crowded and the crowd getting louder. Used to stay up late hours, really selling powder. Dirty ass kid, barely ever took a shower. I'm a grown man now, when I'm fresh and I'm clean. Smoke a little weed and I mess with the lean. I got a couple demons that be messing with me. The judge wanna throw away the kid, definitely. I can't smoke weed now cause my PO tripping. Got a son on the way and his mother is bitching. I should calm down, shut up and listen, but I keep on touring and keep fucking with bitches. Truth is, probably never settle down, but I'll never let them down. I'll probably never get the crown, but life was so much easier when I was selling pounds. When people was feeling down, I made them feel really proud. I wish Mondo was still around. That's how I'm feeling now.
I'm learning to live with my demons. I'm learning to live with my demons. demons. I'm learning to live with my demons. I'm just trying to be a better father, but it's so hard when you're stuck in that water. I'm learning to live with my demons. I think I'm falling in love with my demons. I'm learning to live with my demons. I'm learning to live with my demons.
In Warren Farrell's book, The Myth of Male Power, he sheds light on the shift in societal attitudes towards veterans during different periods. He points out that after the World Wars, the concern for veterans resulted in the implementation of veterans' benefits. However, during the 1970s and 1980s, a lack of concern for veterans led to their neglect. This neglect had significant consequences, particularly when coupled with Johann Hari's belief that the opposite of addiction is connection. This essay explores the correlation between neglect of Vietnam soldiers upon their return home and the subsequent rise in suicides and heavier addictions among this group. Upon returning from the Vietnam War, many soldiers faced a harsh reality, a lack of acknowledgement, support, and understanding from their own society. Unlike previous wars, the Vietnam War was widely unpopular, leading to widespread public disapproval and disillusionment with those who served. The resulting neglect and lack of appreciation for their sacrifices exacerbated the challenges faced by these soldiers as they tried to reintegrate into civilian life. The neglect suffered by Vietnam veterans took a severe toll on their mental health. The absence of acknowledgement and support left many feeling isolated, rejected, and disconnected from the very society they had fought for. The psychological wounds they carried, often undiagnosed and untreated, contributed to higher rates of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. The lack of timely intervention and understanding exacerbated their suffering, pushing many towards a path of despair. As Johann Hari suggests, the opposite of addiction is connection. In the case of Vietnam veterans, the neglect they experienced eroded the vital connections necessary for their well-being. Without proper emotional support and resources to help them process their traumatic experiences, many turned to addiction as a means of escape or self-medication. Substance abuse became a prevalent issue among Vietnam veterans, as drugs and alcohol temporarily alleviate their pain and provided an illusory sense of relief from their emotional turmoil. The combined impact of neglect, mental health challenges, and addiction created a devastating cycle for many Vietnam veterans. The lack of social connections and support networks left them vulnerable to increased rates of suicide, as feelings of hopelessness and isolation intensified. Moreover, the heavy burden of addiction further diminished their quality of life and hindered their ability to seek help or engage in meaningful recovery efforts. The neglect suffered by Vietnam veterans after their return home highlights the profound connection between neglect, mental health, and addiction. Warren Farrell's observation regarding veterans' neglect, paired with Johann Hari's belief that connection is the opposite of addiction, emphasizes the urgent need for societal understanding, empathy, and support for those who have served their country. By fostering a culture of appreciation, acknowledgement, and connection, we can help prevent the devastating consequences of neglect and provide a pathway towards healing, recovery, and a brighter future for our veterans. Here are some alternative ways to convey a similar message of love, support, and understanding to American veterans struggling with PTSD and addiction. In this shared journey, I stand beside you with unwavering love and support, whether your path intertwines with the echoes of war or the shadows of addiction. Together, we can navigate these depths, for your well-being matters deeply to me. Number 2. Your well-being holds immense importance to me, and my love for you knows no bounds. Amidst the trials of trauma and the labyrinth of addiction, remember that I am here to lend an ear, provide unwavering support, and accompany you on the transformative path of healing. Number 3. As a veteran, your courage and resilience shine brightly, even in the face of stress and the grip of addiction. Rest assured, my love and respect for you remain unblemished. I am committed to standing alongside you, offering a safe haven to share, heal, and find solace. Number 4. Your strength endures, even amidst the shadows of dark thoughts and addiction. Know that you're valued and cherished, and my presence is steadfast. Whenever you seek understanding, a listening ear, or a comforting presence, I'll be there, fueled by genuine care and a desire to support you. Lastly, within your journey through the trials of trauma and addiction, compassion and understanding are yours to embrace. Know that my love for you transcends all states of being. You're never alone, and I'm here, extending empathy and acceptance to guide you towards healing. These alternative expressions convey a message of love, support, and understanding to American veterans facing the dual challenges of PTSD and addiction. They emphasize the importance of being there for them, offering a listening ear, empathy, and a non-judgmental presence to help them feel supported and less alone in their struggles. In conclusion, addiction is not a reflection of personal weakness or moral failure but a response to underlying pain and disconnection. The opposite of addiction is connection, highlighting the essential role of social bonds, empathy, and genuine human connection in preventing and overcoming addiction. We are inherently social creatures, and meaningful relationships are vital for our well-being. Neglecting veterans, such as the Vietnam soldiers, after their return home led to increased rates of suicide and heavier addictions, emphasizing the critical need for connection and support. By expressing love, understanding, and a commitment to be there for those struggling with addiction and PTSD, particularly American veterans, we can help create a supportive environment where they feel valued, heard, and empowered. Let us foster compassion, empathy, and the building of strong communities to aid in their healing, recovery, and journey toward a brighter future. Together, we can make a difference and provide the connection that can be a lifeline for those in need.
For a moment I can't wait. It's a fight I guess I'll never know. For a moment I can't wait. I'm holding on to hope. And I know you're stoned, I can see it. The struggle's getting old. For a moment I can't wait. 'Cause you said you're sober, lying and I can't get closer. Tell me, should I let you go? Tell me, should I let you go? 'Cause you said you're sober, lying and I can't get closer. Tell me, should I let you go? Tell me, should I let you go? Every moment I'm awake, it's a fight that you could never know. Every moment I'm awake, I'm clinging on to hope, and I feel so low, but I'm dealing. The struggle's getting old. Every moment I'm awake, but I'm getting sober. Trying, but I can't get closer. Baby, did you let me go? Baby, did you let me go? Now I'm getting sober. Trying, but I can't get closer. Baby, did you let me go? Baby, did you let me go? On and on we pray, thinking about time and our mistakes. Thinking about time, 'cause it's about time. On and on we pray, thinking about time and our mistakes. Thinking about time, 'cause it's about time. So don't say it's over, waiting here while you get sober. I'm never gonna let you go. I'm never gonna let you go. So don't say it's over, waiting here while you get sober. I'm never gonna let you go. I'm never gonna let you go. On and on we pray, thinking about time and our mistakes. Thinking about time, 'cause it's about time. On and on we pray, thinking about time and our mistakes. Thinking about time, it's about time.
Help and success starts with acceptance and talking.
And we cannot lose the future.
You know, in recovery, we learn to accept everyone as they are because we all suffer from this common disease. It doesn't discriminate. It just wants to destroy your life.